top. We was down for a minute, but we on top. We major. Big win. On top. Had to climb up from the bottom, now we on top. On top. On top. We was down for a minute, but we on top.
That's what we do.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know Mr. International is back on the mic, keeping it right. You know what I'm saying? This is a new segment. I'm calling it the Artist Lounge, where we're gonna get real rough, real dirty with some independent artists, from across the globe. And we're gonna talk real hip hop. We're gonna talk whatever genre of music we want to talk about. And I'm joined by my brother from another, Mr. Huddy World, the Black Luffy's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. You already know it's nothing but
What's
love
happening?
here. We got a rising goat in the building. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Lasko Bill will be joining us as we dive in and break down his level of artistry to the hip hop pioneer platform.
What's happening? What's happening? Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yes, sir. What's good?
Man, I can't complain, man. Again, I'm just blessed to be on the platform. And again, appreciate what y'all doing for independent artists, man.
Absolutely, man. We had Huddy on a few months ago back, before we was doing all the rebrand. He dropped a lot of jewels and he let us know, how he doing it from the A, what I'm saying,
Mhm.
coming out of the service and doing a lot of things, taking his music to a whole nother level. So, I had to hit him up and be like, bro, I need you to come through. You're out here, what I'm saying, got the new single Me available on all platforms. Y'all make sure y'all go and tap that in and stream that, run them numbers up on that. And we'll get into some of the Lasco's music, but Huddy, talk to the people,
Man,
man.
what it do, man? Yeah, man. Just like my boy said, been grinding. We just dropped the official Captain Black Straw Hat logo, the branding. I'm a big One Piece fan. You know what I'm saying? Monkey D.
Yeah,
Luffy, my favorite anime character. I got the chain, I got hats, the slides. You know what I'm talking about?
that's
Got Luffy.
hard.
Man, yeah, I'm a big Luffy fan, so that's what we got going on right now. And then I got this big music summit coming up August 15th and 16th. I'll be at the RMF Summit 2025 up in Atlanta this year, man. So just grinding it out with the team, bro. Taking it, like I said, just one day at a time. Just really blessed. Thank you for the opportunities, man, and just staying consistent with the grind.
Indeed, indeed. Lasco, now where you from? What section of the world you tapping in from?
Absolutely. Right now, currently I live in Arizona, but I'm from a Navy family, so I was raised a little bit of everywhere, but I'm born in Chicago and I represent Atlanta,
Okay.
actually, Zone 4, Camilton Road. I went to middle school and high school for my formative year. That's where I get my swag, a lot of my little shit from. So Atlanta's definitely what I love to scream to the sky till I die, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. The A is definitely heavy in the building. I'm
Hmm.
loving it.
Absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
Steady, if you don't mind me asking, where you from?
I'm originally from Quincy, Florida, but now I'm out here in Houston, Texas, doing it big for the big H Town
Oh, that's where I
community.
gotta go one day. That's the only one of the only places I ain't been in the South, low key. It's, it's- I know it's nice out there.
Yeah, Texas loved it.
For sure.
It's-
What? What about Texas weather?
I said Texas loved it. You know what I'm saying? How you know?
Oh, you say Texas love. I thought he said Texas weather. My bad. I was like, what
Like,
about it? I know it's
get
hot as
hot.
hell out
That,
here.
that hot,
Yeah.
boy, crazy. What?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
you ain't
man.
seen how unless you been to Arizona. That's all I gotta say.
It get
It's
hot.
114 right now.
Man, I was in traffic crossing because I drove across country from the state of Washington all the way to North Carolina. Cause like bro said, I was in a server too, and we got to Arizona, man, and got on that highway, bro. It got stuck, and my car jumped all the way up to like it got up to like 125 heat, and we just sitting in traffic, standstill traffic. Just
So
no.
how it is, man. It's definitely it's a cool place though. It's a nice place to live. You just got to deal with a few months of the extreme heat. But after that, it's like between it could be as low as 50 degrees up to it ain't gonna get no higher than 85 after that. Should just be smooth.
Mhm.
I want to start off by, I didn't ever get a chance to publicly say, rest in peace to Robbie, Robbie Pardlow of City High. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all remember What Would You Do? One of they smash singles back in the early
Yeah.
2000s. You know what I'm saying? We lost him a couple weeks ago, along with many others. But when talking about music, it's those people like that don't get that notification until they get it on, for their contribution to hip hop. So you know what I'm saying? Lasco, man, what are you contributing to hip hop today?
Oh man, that's a great question. Um, I believe what I'm contributing, or at least what I know I'm contributing, and it might sound cliche, but I'm just contributing authentic view from at least from the first part of my music is just an authentic view from my perspective of Atlanta at that time. My first album was called Full Life, like the number four in life. And it's kind of just like about Zone 4, just about that whole southwest side of Atlanta. And I'm just contributing my take on things. Basically, I'm just like for lack of better words, I take my experiences and take what I've seen and I put that shit down and I give it to y'all in a way that people can vibe with it and definitely jam to it too. Like that's definitely the most important thing. But hopefully you learn something as well. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a journalist, I take what I see, some of the stuff I've done, some of it I'm not. Some of it I haven't, but I've seen it. I've seen it close and personal enough to really depict it to you. So, that's what I get. That's what I give. I think sometimes people get caught up in the character of being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Which I think there is a part to that, but you got to be able to differentiate. Hopefully, I got that word right. Separate the two, and understand what is what, who is who, and understand. God willing, I get to a certain point, I got a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, I ain't being too long with it with the answer, but that's what I'm giving to the game. That's what I'm providing to it.
I dig that. I dig that. And Huddy, feel free to speak on it as well if you would like to answer the question.
Oh man, kind of like he said, man. This I think that's one of the things that being from the South per se, and anywhere else, man. Authenticity, everybody just like having their own style, flavor. Like he said, even just growing up, just even and it could, like I said, it could be a South thing, but it could be a Georgia thing. Now it's just, you know what I'm saying, being rooted, understanding who you are, but then also understanding that we the last of a generation. Also
Mm,
that the things that we were taught and instilled in us is no longer something that our people carry. So you have that responsibility as well to pass on that knowledge, and that's what like Lasko said, things get like, you know what I'm saying, people become what they say, a little want to become gatekeepers to certain things. You know, because you're not willing to bend, break, or fold on certain morals and compasses that
mhm.
as beings.
I dig it. No, those are some really great answers. And for me, it's about, like you said, leaving a message still in your music. You know what I'm saying? Coming with a certain decor or cadence to your
Mm,
music, as opposed to the beat was good, but the lyrics just didn't match to the beat. You know what I'm saying? Because you know about what, say, around that time when Lil Yachty was coming out, mumble rap was the whole wave of, the lyrics didn't have to make sense. You just loved it what the artist was
right.
doing, and
It
it was
was a
a
vibe.
different, branch of hip
Hmm.
hop, versus now. And I'm gonna open the floor up with my next, subject of saying, like, do y'all think hip hop has become more divided now since, well, we all know what Kendrick has
Oh
done
yeah, it's lit.
with, what was considered a diss record, but it's really just raw hip hop, just giving
Oh
bar
no,
for
yeah,
bar.
we back. We back, baby. We bite. You know what I'm saying? It's lit. We definitely lit again. no, in all seriousness, I do feel like there has been a line drawn in a certain sense. I don't personally uh, whatever's going on because I can't even I don't have the words for exactly what's going on, but I feel I know the energy. I know this feeling. I feel like okay, bro, anything could pop off at any moment, and I'm talking about like rap wise, not even on no dangerous shit. Like I I just feel like there is a concerted or there's going to be a concerted effort now for motherfuckers to have something to say in their raps or to at least like to have something to say whether that's something to say, just I'm happy. Like even if you just partying, bro, it's not this bang bang shoot 'em up shit. It ain't just going in there. Everybody's not just trying to be Lil Wayne and do that shit out the head. Like niggas gonna get back to running that pad because you're gonna have to. Like this is kind of like you said with the clips earlier when we were talking, as well as the Drake and Kendrick thing. I feel like that was kind of the beginning of a shift because this is history is just kind of like a cycle, a shift back to what we've already been doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Had kind of what the shit was started on, but now it's going back to kind of like the beginning. But now the skill level is so different that we don't know what's that going to how it's going to come out. It's not going to be the hip hop parade. You feel me? It ain't gonna sound like that necessarily. It ain't gonna sound like the Grandmaster Flash joint. It's not gonna sound like that, but that had a message to it. It's gonna sound something completely different because of the skill that rap like you know uh, that's available now. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna still have that message. Um, Again, sometimes I get long winded, but I definitely think I think we're in a real good spot, y'all. Like I don't know about y'all, I definitely want to hear what y'all think, but I think we're getting back to that. The reason why I fell in love with it, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I wanted to put my foot in there and like see what I can contribute. What y'all think?
Man, I agree with you, bro. It's back to like hip hop. It's a competitive sport. At the end of the day,
Hmm.
bro, competitive sport. Um, it's fun. It's fun. It's enjoyable. But at the end of the day, we have moments where it's competition, just like one-on-one
Yeah,
basketball games, and that's what for a long time it's been missing. Right? It's just been missing. Everybody was buddy buddy rubbing shoulders, and like he said, it's a line drawn in the sand. No, like somebody got to prove to me I'm not the better MC, and until you come take it, I'm standing on
Mm.
business,
you
and
talking about
it's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. That's
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 how it's
that's
supposed to be.
that's the sport of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what make it fun.
Exactly. And from its genesis, that's the literal nature of hip hop. And I think we're just getting back into understanding that one and like as far as the competition part and also like just the even the I don't know about the business per se, but definitely the artists, I can just feel like some people that might recently have been putting out, we might call it bullshit or maybe not their best work or shit they just throwing out. That shit finna change because it's going to have to because
Yeah, yeah.
the whole energy around the whole energy, not the industry, but the culture is shifting back. You know what I mean? Is and plus, like I said, history is a revolving door. Like just like fashion, it's just like fashion. They got big jeans now. You know what I'm saying? Niggas doing bell bottoms. Niggas wasn't doing bell bottoms since the '70s, game. Like it makes it all makes sense. It's just about being patient and keep doing what you doing, not going along with the trends. If you ain't gotta go along with those trends, if you are who you are, you just supposed to be doing you because eventually what you really known for, the shit that makes sense for you is gonna come back in. You just keep doing what you doing. You feel me? Find your tribe until it's the thing again. You know what I mean? It was how that shit worked, bro. It's all a cycle.
I dig that. I dig that because now, from my perception too, is I feel like this is pointing out who really got a ghostwriter and who
Mm,
really can go bar for bar with dropping some really dope music tracks nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like I'm purposely, because I watch a lot of interviews. A lot of these artists don't even go in the studio with the mindset to this particular artist.
hmm.
It's just like you said, it's where they come from and standing 10 toes down on their morals and their principles and how they see hip hop. And if you gonna come in and you talking reckless, then you got to be able to, clean up the board after you done said what you
Talk,
said.
yeah, you ain't lying. And that's the beautiful thing. Now you're gonna have to show and improve. And yeah, you may probably could get away with the ghostwriter shit still because it's a different time. But people are going to see through it. Like the thing with the culture and that feeling that's coming back, that means that feeling gonna get on the fans. The fans gonna get more hip to it. The fans gonna you can just hear it when it's not you. You know what I'm saying? You can hear it when it's not that person, man.
Right.
You can just feel it. And that shit is, man, it's gonna be. That's why I said when you first, before you even finish the question, oh no, we lit. No, we back. You know what I'm saying? We bite. You know what I mean? And it's only gonna get
Yeah.
even more and more until, and I'm not saying it's gonna be in the next 2 years. We probably still got, it could be the next 2 to 5 years. Like this is all coming in again. Like it's all happening again. Like it's gonna make sense. The artists that are at the top now, or that was at the top 5 years ago, they barely. I don't even think the artists 5 years ago are at the top now. But the ones that are at the top now is gonna be a little different five
Mhm.
years and 5 years later. And come back to this in 5 years. I promise you, 3 to 4 out of those fives are really gonna be some like, it's gonna be lyrics involved. It's gonna be shit that you gonna love the words and the beats. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some shit, not just, it's not gonna be I wanna rock by Uzi. You feel me? Shout out to Uzi. And if I fuck with Uzi, I mean I done turned up that shit too. But I was saying like it's not gonna be that, it's gonna be different. That's still gonna be there, but it's not gonna be the pinnacle. It's not gonna be what's celebrated anymore. At least that's what I think.
I dig it. No, I agree. I dig that, man. And I'm feeling like right now, I feel like Jordan Lucas has been very underrated.
Mm,
And I get it. Like everybody taking shots at somebody right now, and it's not about who trying to be more
mhm.
relevant, but it's real hip hop. It's that fun battle rap, that
Yeah,
camaraderie that we
yeah.
miss, that we haven't got, like you said, in so many years. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about if we go back to the era of the East Coast versus West Coast, and then now the South is being pushed up there, like, hey, don't leave us
Hmm.
out. Andre let it be known the South got
For
something to
sure.
say. You know what I'm saying? So it's just been that through the time, and like you said, those from 5 years ago do have to, you got to pull a magician trick to stay relevant 5 years because music changes at this point every month now.
No, you're not wrong. But I do feel like it, and this is something new I've been thinking about. Like, I'm probably just like y'all, I watch podcasts and shit. And I'm a big fan of the Joe Budden podcast. And like one thing bro be
Okay.
saying is kind of like, bro, it's only like that if you play the game. Like, there's a way, like for example, I got this show coming up in October 11th, I believe. It's out here in Tucson, Arizona. I'm actually opening for this artist named Richard Hawes. Uh, to be shout out Richard, never heard of him a day in my life. But shout out my boy Dom, worked some things out and got me, to be able to open for him. And he's doing it in record stores. Like that's not no that he's doing it himself.
Yeah.
You find your people, you find the audience, you find other like-minded artists and everything. You put that shit together. And goes back to kind of what I'm saying. In due time, somebody that's from the industry that knows what's going on really and that sees where it's going to happen is they'll come and get you, or you're going to get so big that they have no choice but to reach out to you. It's only one or the other. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like you just gotta, that's why you just gotta you don't have to play that game. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure that shit out another way. And it is so many ways to figure it out. Like I'm still working on figuring out fully for myself, but I know that it's a way to do this shit. Like people people do this shit. There's this person on, her name's Samara Sin. She on a double XL freshman cover. Like she was in Arizona 2 years ago. We was performing at the same place. You know what I'm saying? And like I saw her now, I saw her in a Kia commercial. Like this is somebody I saw. They ain't had nobody for real behind her. And
Yeah.
if she did, I didn't see them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I just saw her everywhere tapping in, doing what she needs to do. And it was like, bro, and especially when you see stuff like that, it's like, bro, this shit is possible, but maybe the reason why it's not happening because I'm trying to play that game. Maybe you need to just start playing your own game. So that's kind of how
Mhm.
something like how Joe was kind of explaining it in his situation. And I think that's what people got to do. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, that's what I'm doing. Cause like you can't just it's a different way to do this shit. Like it's so many different ways. There's so many different people out here. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna find your community. You just gotta tap in, lock in, and just figure out the best way to reach out to those folks. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense, and it is that. It's it's the lottery. It's you one day you standing there and you got the lucky ticket, and it might be 2, 3 people in front of you that numbers might get called first. Doesn't mean that you're out of that loop.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where consistency should stay important. This is
Exactly.
not that moment where you drop in the streets and then you just
Yep.
disappear. Because we also got to make a decision too. Are you trying to be just known from your city, your block, your hood? Or are you trying to be known globally when it comes to your
And
art?
what you want out of it, what you want out of it. That's the
Yeah,
really that's the most important thing. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want? I watched. I don't know if y'all seen the James Brown movie, and but I believe there was a part in
yeah,
the scene he asked you like, "Well, what do you want?" And it was like, I forgot exactly what he said, but it was a very pivotal question for him. It's like, man, what do you want? And that's just a dangerous question. Like, if you don't know what you want, like if you really like, that's a wild. Like, what do you want? And it's like, what are you willing to do for what you want? And that's even probably more important than actually what you to figuring out what you want. Um, yeah, man. That's another thing. Like, what do
yeah,
you want? Like, what do you want? Like, and plus, why do you do it? Are you doing it to be famous? I think that's another thing niggas get tripped up in. Like, I think a lot of these niggas just wanted to get the money
yeah.
on. Like, I've been rapping since I've been rapping. Like, this is just if nothing happened. I'll probably be rapping. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere like doing something else, making some money on something, doing something else. But this is the goal that I know I'm going to do, and this is also the dream, the passion, and I would do even if I didn't see myself. If I felt like my music was just good on some hobby shit and it's I just do it for a hobby, I would still do it. I just happen to be cold as fuck and just like colder than almost everything. Like like it just happened to be just how it is. You know what I'm saying? But why and what do you want? Why do you want to do it and what do you want? I think it's first thing any artist, if they gonna do this as a career, like figure that shit out first. You know what I'm saying? Like get that question out the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Feel free to say more if you want to say more.
No, he just that's facts, bro. You got to know why you doing it and what you willing. Cause like everything, like even the book to whom much is given, you know what I'm saying? Much is required of that person. So it's just that with every gift, you got to make sacrifices. But it also tell you obedience is better than sacrifice. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So,
mm,
but that comes back to what do you want out of it and why you doing it and what's your purpose behind what you're doing. Like my
mm.
like I know my purpose. The purpose behind my music is to feed a group of people that been suffering, that's longing for a way out. They just need to hear. They need to hear it. You know what I'm
Need
saying?
to
They
hear
need,
from the right person, from the
you
right
know,
in the right way.
like where I'm at right now. I was just outside a week ago. Look, little dude walked up on me. We were sitting out there talking. I introduced myself as HUD, but as we kept talking, he was like, "Yo, I done heard your voice before." And he said like a couple of days before that, him and his cousin was sitting in the car. He listening to one of my songs. He was like, "Oh, I just met a rapper." To me, I'm just looking at it like it's just chill. You know what I'm saying? But the
Hmm.
song he heard, I'm like, yo, out of all the songs, that's the one you heard. That's crazy. So now let me know, like, whatever your cousin, whichever cousin you was in the car with, that person going through something. They in the transition phase of their life because the song is
Yeah.
our. But if you actually listen to the song, what I'm talking about in the song, you're like, oh, okay. Because I'm talking about
Hmm.
like my people hurting. We gotta get back to because like Lasko said earlier, right? Got a lot of negative
Right.
energy, people without a hoorah. It's easy to
Hmm.
be honest. For our people, most of our people, they gonna want to listen to the sliding, trap, the turned up music. It's cool, but understand what come with that. The more you put something into your ear gate, which is a gateway into your spiritual being, eventually it takes root in the man. So we have
Mhm.
for those things. And so my thing is to combat that negative energy with as much positivity as possible. And when people run across that music, they can now begin their healing process from the hurt and all the destruction that we continue to see generation after generation.
Right.
Music with meaning. I think that's deep. Nah, man, that's dope. Cause that's what we missing. I feel like that's truly what it is missing when you're just talking about traditional hip hop nowadays. Is something like you said, the difference between pulling that trigger, using your brain to say, "Hey, I can go a better route than to do this." You know what I'm saying? Because you got some people. Let's be honest. You come up. Well, rappers used to get exposed back in the day. You either was really part of that street life, or you rap something. You was rapping.
Conscious.
They built you. You had the A&Rs, and they built you into something that you really wasn't, and you had to rebrand. It doesn't make you any less dope of an artist, but now sometimes who you truly are can be better than who you was trying to be.
Yeah, that's kind of like before we got on there when I think I brought up something about wrestling. I was just watching something. A lot of time these wrestlers like they go through different. You've probably seen if you was really into wrestling, like you've seen Triple H in like two or three different forms before he was spitting, doing the whole
Unrehearsed
yeah.
helmet
So you know what's
split.
going on. You
Yeah,
feel me? Like Steve Austin wasn't
yeah.
Steve Austin before. Like there's different versions.
Stunning
Yeah,
Steve
I'm telling you.
Austin.
So it's like, and then once something works, now you get it, and that's all it is. Like, and like it, and that's not all rap is. But when you talk about the full perception of it, like there's rapping, but then when you a rapper, I always say when people try to say like the top five, people try to say like top five of the best rappers, I always say Kanye West or old Kanye. And the reason why, because when you say rapper, it's not just about the lyrics, bro. It's about the lyrics, the songs. It's about did like the influence that niggas did I want to be, bro? Like, did I care that when if this nigga dropped, did I care to go? Like, it was the whole package, and bro had the whole package. Every album dropping, every album was different. Every album was a different. He was a different wrestler every time. Even like it
Yeah.
was if you look back at it, if you look at rap with the business for what it is, like that's the thing. It's the difference between the culture and the business. But that's really all it is, man. And sometimes to go back to my point before I get off the train tracks, there's this wrestler, I think her name is Chelsea Green. She was like two or three, four or five other versions with crazy ass names, but her real name in real life is Chelsea Green. And then and the shit that happens to start working for her is it's Chelsea Green. And she got United States Championship last year, I think, or something like that. Like this, like and rap is something similar to the same thing. Some of our even best rappers or the ones we know got some duration of their name on. Chance the Rapper. You know, I think his real name is Chance. You know what I'm saying? There's a connection with bro that's a little different. Even if he's not relevant, like to the public, Chance will probably never go out because it's something that the people connect. Like that's that real, like at least for me, like when I found out about bro, I'm in high school and his first tape that went crazy was called 10 Day, and they say he made it on a 10-day suspension. Nigga, what? He's like me, nigga. Whoa, let's tap in. And now I'm hooked. Like, and it's like, and it might, and I'm not trying to make it come off like on some business shit. Like that's how you get them, but like that's just the real, bro. Be yourself. Like it's something endearing about Lil Wayne because his name is. It's not just his name is Dwayne and he's just Lil Wayne, but however Wayne is, that's him. That's literally him. And the game saw him
That's
working and
nah,
became him
like
and became him. That's why. And now we just got a bunch of carbon copies. So it's like, well, the best thing to do is be authentic, bro, and just sometimes authentic works. Like a character can work. We've seen characters work in wrestling and in rap, but the ones that to me, I wish I had some better examples. I feel like Jay Z isn't a character of Sean Carter. I feel like it's an extension of Sean Carter. For an example, I feel like it's just a hyped up version of Sean Carter. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Hove, which is intersection of both of them. Like it's all about how you look at this shit. It's really it's a story. Everything is all a story, but the ones that really make sense is the ones that's closest to themselves, as authentic as you can. Because from, like you said, from the beginning of this rap shit, it's competitive, but it's also authentic. Like a lot of these niggas was rapping what they saw, how they feel, and yada yada. You know, I'll get to going all day, man. Don't get me though. Don't get me.
yeah, I dig it. No, but that's the truth. It's that makes you love it all the
Hmm.
more. It's like you said, watching gimmicks. Because even look at the transition Master P is about to take now to
Hmm.
just go to Coach Percy
Yeah.
Miller.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he just came off his I'm officially retiring from hip
Hmm.
hop,
Hmm.
moment tour. And it was a little bit of controversy, that was involved with that situation, but that's his business. He was able to sort
Right.
that up how he felt he needed to. But I'm like you said, when it comes to branding something and longevity, I feel like from the beginning, when you're going through that trial and error stages, it's gonna be a lot of hit and miss quality. Some people gonna gravitate to it, and then some people will be like, nah, like, even when you talk about mainstream versus the independent circuit of, yeah, they album was tough, but they mixtape was way
Yeah.
more raw and tougher. So like we was talking in the pre-show when we was talking about, Wayne and his discography and what we see him at now versus, the previous versions of Wayne that we've gotten over the years. And, as a fan, I'm like, he'll never miss to me.
Mm.
He might have his moments where it might be off-putting, but I'm like, it's just a certain way of you have to learn to think like a mastermind, like in a way what sound wildly abstract to us because we so used to the traditional form of it. But in reality, that shit was the best shit he ever did.
I agree to just not for that album, but I agree that is that mindset. No, for sure. I think that's how a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people didn't get 808s and heartbreaks, but if you really thought from a certain
Whoa, yeah.
thing, I just don't think that's the Carter Six. One of my dogs, man, we've had real arguments about because I remember I've said Kanye West is the best rapper, and he'll really like we like real cussing each other out about how Wayne is the nigga, and because he in my top five. I don't care what niggas say. That's all time. If you want me to answer the question, for sure, he's in my top five, top three. But but most recently with this last album, like I never heard him say a bad thing about Wayne until this album. And it's like it's not that he's not on some disrespectful shit. It's just like sometimes as an artist, I feel like, bro, you should just like it's kind of a two-way street because as an artist, you should always make art. It really doesn't matter if you think it's better than your last one. You should make art because you're an artist, and that's kind of what you need to do to. Because I'm an artist, like I need to rap. Like that's kind of what I need to do. I need to do shit. Like if I never put it out, that's something I'm gonna always probably do. But there's
Right.
also, and it really shouldn't matter. Like I said, if it's better than the last one, it's just art. Rap is art, but rap is also something that you we can tell if it's like we can tell if it's not, especially if we're judging from your past paintings. And this like it's like it's competitive art. So there's a point where it's like, damn dog, you should just like not put this art in the art exhibit. You should just keep this in your shit and hold it down and maybe do like a private art show for people that want to hear this shit. And like, and I mean, I'm trying to say that in the nicest way because it's Wayne, bro. Like this is it's Wayne. I'm not.
I love the way you put it out there makes a whole lot of sense to me. I get what you said. It be that one piece that this was just cool as long as the homies was listening
Yeah,
to it. It was cool for
that's
that
it.
moment. But if you're talking on a global scale, nah, I knew you could have came out with
You
something
could,
better than that. Let's put this shit back.
especially if you put it under the art exhibit name of one of the best of like your best series of art exhibits. The Carter, like you can't when that's when the industry or the business and the actual culture, like we talking about the music business, you just can't do that. Cause now as a fan and as an artist that's looking at you as a fellow artist from the side, looking like my nigga done lost it. He might not lost it on these features, but I'm a rapper. I can do 16 damn near any time in my life. Like that's kind of like you do 10,000 hours, you can just do certain things. Just like a gymnastic can probably do 30 flips just on the whim. You can just do that. But putting together an album is something different. And knowing to title it a certain thing and how to the chronological order and like like all that shit makes a difference. And it's like if you lost or you because Wayne is probably just rapping to be honest. But if you've lost the people around you to put that shit together, don't do that
Right.
shit, bro. Just make mistakes, bro. Just throw that shit out. Don't name it that. Don't taint the legendary thing you've worked so hard to build. You know what I'm saying? And it might sound rough or like harsh, but it's kind of like speaking from a fan as an artist, looking from the business and the culture side is like, yeah, you can do this, you know what I'm saying? But this is what's gonna come from it. Like you tainting something that was damn near pure. You know what I'm saying? Niggas let Carter 4 was cool. Like I liked it. Carter's 5, it was better than this. But now it's kind of like, damn, bro, like you got damn, G, you could have stopped. you could have and named all these something else, like on Jesus sandals. That's all I'm saying.
Let's be honest. If we want to be really honest, Carter three, you could have did stop that three
You
peat.
could have.
You had a three-peat, 3-0 run, 3-0 right there.
He thought he
That
was
was cool.
Jordan.
You ain't need to go back for another championship
He
ring no
thought it was
more.
Jordan.
You got the
He
three.
thought it was Michael. He wanted to get the six, and it's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. At that point,
But he has the
that
right.
was
He had the
that moment
right
right
to
there.
feel like that. Wayne was hot as fish grease, and you couldn't do nothing with him. But as sometimes even us as fans, we gotta be honest. Like Kanye, not Kanye no more, and that's just what it is. He's a crazy nut job, and that's okay. He might have some cool beats and some cool songs every once in a while, but for the most part, we're not getting college dropout, late registration, graduation, 808.
No,
He went on
no,
the run. He really did a
no.
5-6 P low key. He was killing. And then he went crazy. And then it just, and then now it's just whatever he does is what he does. All of it's art at the end of the day. And we appreciate you. But you can't expect me to be like, nah, bruh, you here because that longevity matters. Like you've been able to rap really good for all these years, but the albums are just so important. At least for me as a rapper, like that shit important, bro. Like it's not just the bars, it's everything. Like it's the whole thing. Like if you get your chain snatch, unfortunately, that I don't make the rules. If you get your chain snatch, that pegs you down a little. I don't know why. That's just the rules.
But it does.
It just the rules, bro. Like you can have great albums. If Kanye would have ever got a chain snatch because he's affiliated with Rockefeller, that makes everybody look bad. Now it makes me now when I try to say, oh no, bro, he one of the best rappers, nigga. That nigga got a chain snatch? Hell no. Nigga, I'm already it's over. It's dead.
Hey, ain't it like that episode of the Boondocks when Riley got his chain from his favorite clique, and then as soon as he stepped outside with it, he got it snatched, and the clique looked at him
Mhm.
like, "Nah, homie, you ain't the
It's
same
over
no
with.
more. Like we gonna go get it back for you, but just know that that love ain't where it was before you got it
It's
snatched."
R&B, bro. But rapper just means more. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody be looking at it like that. Like it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
I dig that. So before we get into the music section of the show, explain to the listeners and the viewers out there who is Lasko Bill. If it's their first time, rather it's Spotify, YouTube, or wherever they stream their music from, explain who Lasko Bill is in the hip hop genre today.
Again, Lasko Bills is just a young man from Atlanta, currently living out here in AZ. Just trying to give you my perspective on everything, my authentic perspective. Kind of like I said on my first album, was about my perspective on was on for Atlanta at that time. My second album was called "Sorry to Bother You, Cannot Vent," and it was kind of more like a personal album, just like kind of like my perspective of being in that lonely spot and you feel like ain't nobody else around you but you gotta make that shit. You gotta make it happen. You feel me? And that one time you can't like that one time where you break down and you just gotta ask somebody, bro, can I vent to you? I always feel like that I'm speaking, and I guess for that one, I'm speaking for the people that always feel like they are bothered. I always feel like I'm bothering somebody. I'd rather handle shit myself. So it was my kind of like just kind of trying my best to break that down for people, you know what I mean, in my own way. You know what I'm saying? So and my next album is something completely different, but my perspective of that thing, my perspective of that situation. And I always try to do a story. But yeah, I'm just my Lasko Bills is really just you if you relate to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a mirror.
I dig that, man. So who is on? Well, you already done gave us fragments of it, but who is your hip hop Mount Rushmore?
Yeah. Nah, Mount Rushmore. All right, so I'm trying my best to be as honest as I can because sometimes when you on podcast and people ask you certain questions, sometimes you try to say the right thing, but there's no such thing as the right thing.
There's nothing of that here.
Eh,
Nah, we unfiltered, raw, and
Exactly.
give it to us just how you feel.
Exactly. Well, that is it's not a loaded question, but that shit sometimes changes. But definitely Kanye West,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Future Hendrix. That's a fact. Yeah, no,
Mm.
he's one of the greatest. Um Kanye, Future. Lil Wayne.
All right.
It
And
is a toss up. It is a real toss up, and it's gonna sound crazy, but it's a toss up between. And this is my personal Mount Rushmore. It's a toss up between Jay Z and Ti. For me, it's a toss up.
damn, that's a hell of a toss up.
Uh, hey man, Ti to Jay Z of the South. I don't care what nobody say. I mean, Ti might rap better than Jay Z, depending on who you ask. I'm not saying I'm saying that, but it depends on who you ask.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's very expeditious with his rhymes.
Like that.
All right. I dig it. I dig it. Huddy, what you got? What we got for your mouth?
What my Mount Rushmore? I'm gonna go old school first with Rakim. First,
Mm,
Mm,
uh, Eminem, like
mm,
M, and this because like when I was at my breaking point, like you know what I'm saying, 8 Mile was very pivotal to me. Like you know what I'm saying, 8 Mile was so pivotal to me, like it was crazy. Cause like when I was almost at my breaking point and stuff with the music, that movie, you know what I'm saying. So that movie kind of helped me keep my love for the music side of it itself. But yeah, Rakim, I'm gonna have to go with agree with Lasko with Ti, Wayne. To me, one of my favorite Wayne projects is No Ceilings, Volume One. That's how I became a Lil Wayne fan. To be honest. That's why I was like, yo, yeah, this man on some other stuff. That no, like, that's one of the most like if it was ever a ranking for like mixtape. This man just grabbed everybody beat that was hot that year and just went crazy. So to me,
Young Money.
and literally let it be known he was bodying
yeah,
your
like
song.
so to me, like as far as like Wayne artworks, to me, one of my favorite. And like you said, it's not an album, man. It's you know what I'm saying. It's a mixtape, but that's how I became a Wayne fan. When I heard that, I was like, yeah, okay,
I do.
he goaded. That was I was like, all right, he goaded. All right, it's and then five, I'm gonna go with last but not least. For me personally, hip hop. I'm gonna go with pop. I'm gonna go with pop.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Y'all both dropping some dope Mount Rushmores, you know. For me, I'm gonna go with Dial On, Dial Up. No, I'm just playing. But for me, I'm gonna go Biggie. I'm gonna put Biggie up there. I'm gonna definitely put Wayne up there. I'm gonna put my boy Luda up there because they don't be putting Ludacris up in there like they should be putting Luda in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with J. Cole, and then I'm gonna have to go with number five. And for me, you know, when it comes to just listening to music like that, the way I love music, my number five, I'm gonna have to go with. Uh, damn, I had it and then I dropped it. I'm thinking five. Five. Number five, Nas.
Nas. Okay.
I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at
I'm gonna go Nas. Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, this is our list. You know what I'm saying? This is
it.
our list because I know somebody that like, finally somebody put Park and Kim, but what about LL? That's fine if that's on your
I
Mount
never put
Rushmore.
LL on my
We
top
get
five.
it. He from the mecca of hip hop. We get it. What he did for Def Jam, one of the first artists is on Def Jam. We get that. This ain't that moment for them to be on our Mount
Not
Rushmore.
right now. I probably never put. I
Nah.
probably never put LL on my top five. But no disrespect to LL. I don't want no problem. He still work out. Mm, nigga buff as hell. I don't want no problems.
On no smoke. No, we just hey steady. Hey, look, this younger generation don't know Luda the rapper. They don't really
They
know.
only see him in Fast and Furious. That's it.
They don't know that. They don't know about that man, bro. Luda is yeah, like you talk about the South, yeah. Luda's Ti, freaking three stacks, three stacks for sure. Like even like one of
Right.
the most he slept on like lyricists out of the South. Like I feel like they don't like a lot of people really don't speak about. But then again, look who his counterpart is. But Dro,
Oh, big boy. Oh, Dro. That's what I was finna, bro. Dro, top 10. Dro is top 10 Atlanta rappers ever. I was thinking it. I ain't think you was gonna say it. Top 10 Atlanta rappers ever in life. I'm
bro,
stamping that.
yeah, Dro sick with it. You just sit down and listen to some of the stuff, Dro, and the way he put his words together. You like, yo, bro, this man going crazy. But like, I don't think he
Mike,
get the recognition he get deserved because
No,
like it's tough
no.
when like he got Ti standing next to him. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
But he in a class, he can hold a class by
Dro, my
Yeah,
himself
trunks
just
don't break the
on his
damn law.
wordplay.
Bro, what a nigga say?
Man, one of my favorite lines was from one of the mixtape songs, and me and my cousin used to clown it when he was like, "I whoop a nigga ass with a tall nigga," and you had to think about it like you wouldn't just go get a tall nigga like, "Come whoop this nigga ass," like straight
Oh,
up.
yeah,
he said Tech 9 for
Everybody
SARS,
know we in the club
P95.
'cause they smoking me.
Come on.
Yeah,
What? That nigga said
rubber
diamond.
band
He said
bank.
rubber band. He said, what? He said Tokyo diamonds. Shoy, yoy, yoy, yoy.
Yo,
I'm like,
yo,
who thinks about that? What?
Mr. Polo himself.
yeah,
And
man.
man, what? Trop, man, you know how many colors was on his car? It was so many colors, I didn't even know them colors existed, brother. Yeah,
Man,
man, don't, yeah, man.
no, it ain't neon.
Yeah, that boy Dro, man, gotta give Dro his
Especially
flowers.
that Ain't I remix. Oh, he ate.
Bro,
Man, don't
what?
get me started, bro. Don't get me started. I'm trying to think of it right now. Oh, oh, we're gonna take you all that way. What did he say? Minus the windshield. I started below minus the windshield. I was say, hold on. This nigga brought weather in it. Hold on.
Yeah,
This is what we call rapping.
Yeah. And then when you talk about PSC at that era of PSC, it goes to Dro. You know, you everybody got that one in the one in the class that you be like, I know homie for 20 plus years. So you just bring them on for the ride, but you realize they really weren't contributing. Like if we think Young Money and somebody be like gutters in my top five, get out my studio.
Yeah,
No, he should
never
never
in
be in
at
nobody's
all.
top five.
Ever in life. If it's not his mama, it should not be. It should not be in nobody's top five
what
if it's
it's not.
not his own mama. That's respect to him, you know. Shit. I'm trying to think.
That's like Gucci. Gucci, you be like, OJ the Juice Man. And you'll be like, really, bro? Like, as far as hood go, he probably the
I'm about to
hood.
say.
But we talking
I
like,
done heard somebody say it before. It was like I'm like, we on top 10. Nigga said OJ Juice. I was like, what? But I couldn't say nothing because I was in the six. Like I was in the area I shouldn't even be in. So you got it. OJ got it. I was in zone six. I shouldn't, I can't question I couldn't question that.
no, we're not, man. But it's just some people you don't break up in a conversation with a straight
I,
face and be proud of.
some good ad libs. I'm just saying. Them ad libs took me far.
Hey, now,
During that,
he
yeah,
pop,
no, that was a time period. Yeah,
now,
it
pop,
definitely took him far and beyond.
now ad lib, wow, my boy, yeah, he in a whole nother
He probably top three.
yeah, that changed the conversation a little bit.
Mhm.
You got to put Jeezy up there if we
Bro,
talking
to be
ad.
honest, we really fouled for not putting Jeezy. We didn't do a top five Atlanta thing, but if we did, Jeezy has to be in the top five Atlanta artists of all time.
Without a doubt.
You know what I'm saying? There's something about that first
Yeah,
album. His run is unmatched. So I can listen to Thug Motivation 101 right now,
Yeah,
and I'm
with no skips.
I'm the end of the day with 500 that I made off of side hustles. Like I'm just the way the hustle, you just get me your bag for real. Like that's just extra. You feel me? On the scrim. Like that shit, Jeezy is underrated, bro. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like dare I say it, like that right there is like the masterpiece of Atlanta. If you know, you know.
Guess who's
You
bizarre?
know what I'm
Still
saying?
smell the blow on my clothes like Krispy Kreme. I was cooking
I was cooking them old.
horseshoes. I was falling. Time to re up. Gotta recycle the flow. I'm a hustler. I love the block. I'm so emotional. I love
Man,
my Glock. Come on,
I
bro.
love my yeah.
Hey,
Indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get into some of Lasko music because it's cool when you're talking about everybody out there that's been in the game and has solidified their place in the culture. But right now, here on Live with DJ Steady and Company, we're trying to solidify Lasko's place in hip hop. So let's go ahead and dive into a little bit of Channing Tatum. You did right here.
Yes,
Let's go.
sir.
bro.
What am I doing?
Just caught me some shit I can't say up on her. If I do, I go federal. Can't let them get me though. Snitching, go put some bread up on him. Think with his dick, get a bitch, put some head up on him. K-roll mix takes blown it. Same old mix got better. Oh shit. Fucked on that hoe cause he hate it. Already told him to watch out. They done really thought we done made it. Way that we look when we pop out. Make nigga damn like Channing Tatum. Gun me the boy to the cha-cha. Step up, Glock out. Test us, drop out. Bow. Ain't nothing wrong with my niggas. Some of them hustle, some of them getting it in. One of my dog did a 10. Bounce back better than most niggas would did. My other dog did it big. He came back straight, then went back in again. Dog, he good. Cash app going ape and all this for him. Finna turn up, get a 2022 Benz. On the coupe, I ain't tight around with new friends. What they gon' let you do is I don't do the loose end. Kill dog, nothing else but the dude just spin. Fucked on the Barbie, I ain't never been kin. Why you finesse dog? Cause we ain't never been friends. Really did wrong with my kin. So who the fuck is you? I need all my end. Shit, I hustle for first. Lil' bro, they just told me to pack in. While he was just holding the Mac 10. Ain't nothing new, this a Monday. By Tuesday, that shit on the runway. Spent 3 on the bitch for a lunch date. Then she eat the dick just like an entree. Come face, back to the plan to get dumb paid. 15K in New York, that's what sun say. 100K in person, make the dumb face. Spit that shit in a month, ayy. Then get all that shit back in one play. Been on it since I was with young age. I'm still on the outside chucking up gang. If they look at me with the mug face, I done fucked on that hoe cause he hate it. Already told him to watch out. They done really thought we done made it. Way that we look when we pop out. Made a nigga damn like Channing Tatum. Gonna make the boy do the cha-cha. Step up, Glock out. Test us, drop out. Fucked on that hoe cause he hate it. Already told him to watch out. They done really thought we done made it. Way that we look when we pop out. Made a nigga damn like Channing Tatum. Gonna make the boy do the cha-cha. Step up, Glock out. Test us, drop out.
Check my ring, it's so girl in a trench coat. At the door, nothing on underneath. Said a nigga so lame, but he act tough. Said he really a punk underneath. I'm a dog and the bitches a flea. Feeling like a jit, hoe surrounded me. If your nigga broke, I don't want to catch him for you touch me. Clean yourself a bleach. Underlay, holla my niggas, they need it, we on it. I'm reppin' my city, a letter, I'm on it. I'm reading these niggas, they hookin', no fun. She trickin', but some way I ain't. Damn it, she payin' me. James might go forward with the herd. Beast got the light little nigga, no taming me.
Fucked on that hoe cause he hate it. Already told him to watch out. They done really thought we done made it. Way that we look when we pop out. Made a nigga damn like Channing Tatum. Gonna make the boy do the cha-cha. Step up, Glock out. Test us, drop out. Fucked on that hoe cause he hate it. Already told him to watch out. They done really thought we done made it. Way that we look when we pop out. Made a nigga damn like Channing Tatum. Gonna make the boy do the cha-cha. Step up, Glock out. Test us, drop out.
That's
Right
one
Yeah.
of
on.
them ones. And one of them ones. As much as I like that video, I did not want to put on that damn red blazer. I swear to God, I ain't want to put that shit on. But that's one of the things that like I got a my dog Miles. He directed it. He directs all my videos for the most part. He like my creative director. So So sometimes, when you trust somebody, just try it. You know what I mean? And it honestly did work out. But like that was honestly that's one of the ones that's like I ain't gonna say I was trying to like appeal to something. I was just trying something different, I guess. I didn't know if you had a question, but that's how I was gonna probably answer it. Like I was definitely like that's one of the ones like I was trying something different. Like the song itself, I love the song.
Yeah.
Funny part is like there's a part of the song like we that little sound. The feature, his name is Corey. He actually did that sound. Like that wasn't a part of the beat at all beforehand, and like he just did the
Mm.
sound all the way through it. Had the engineer put some shit on there, and then he dropped the verse on that shit. So that's really why I fuck with it. But I hate that blazer. Like I hate that blazer. Bro. What y'all think about it though?
But I like the
Man,
video,
European
bro.
was great.
I enjoy the song itself. Uh, the song itself was real nice. The visual was nice too. I think he chose perfect spot like for the song. Shannon Tatum, like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all
Hmm.
party vibe. Like, the fellas, we out.
Yeah,
We having a ball, enjoying ourselves. You know what I'm
like
saying?
shit, like
Yeah.
shit.
I actually like the Blazer though. You know what I'm saying? Like the Blazer,
That's what everybody say too.
like, you know what I'm saying? But I like Blazers. I rock Blazers. So you know what I'm saying? But for
Okay.
somebody like the step outside your comfort zone to put the blaze on, you couldn't tell like watching the video that you was up there uncomfortable. You like, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
I'm
Okay.
vibing out with this blaze on. Like when you threw it on, you was like, I'm the man. That's it coming off in the video. And the blazer really,
I mean, who questioned Mike Jack when he put a sequence blazer on and moonwalk? You know what I'm
Man, Mike,
saying?
Mike,
Across the
Mike
stage.
wanted to do that shit. That's that was Mike's idea. Don't, but
hey,
I know I feel what you're saying though.
how hot you got in that blazer? Cause that look leather too. I know that bitch was hot.
It wasn't loving, but that bitch, it's the light. It's really the light because the light just on your ass while you in the video, and it's just like no, it got a little warm. It got a little warm. Got a little warm. That's so funny. Everybody say the same shit. I fuck with the Blazers. You ain't fuck. Y'all fuck with the Blazers. I was like, all right, that cool.
It was selling swag, is what he was selling.
That's it. That's it. Shit. I appreciate y'all.
Nah, it's an incredible song, and shout out to Channing Tatum. I know he probably appreciated it. When he said he was trying to make a name for himself, that song definitely
Right.
did it.
Right. I mean, one thing I haven't done is try to send it to him, see if he'll just play it. That's what I'm finna do. Soon as we get done, right in that nigga inbox, just so you know. The name of the song after you, big
And
dog.
Channing, if you decide to use it for a movie, don't come back in Magic Mike. We don't want that song featured in Magic Mike.
Please don't.
But if it's gonna sell it,
Well, how much you try to pay me? Because if you try to
That was
there you go. I knew that was gonna be
vibe
the flip
though.
up.
You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine them coming out the stage on that though? You know what I'm saying?
That's man, what goosebumps, nigga. I'd be like, hey man, y'all ever seen this movie? Let's have a movie night. Like, hey, my song in there is we gonna watch it. And you talking about, oh, that's crazy.
I definitely feel like if they gonna do a 23 Jump Street, then utilize it for one or whatever. It's his name. Like I
That would
love
be
it. The
cold.
song itself is the lyrics. Let me, not distract my audience from what I'm saying. It's a really incredible song. I like the message. I like the vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's that good little chill type of song, but then it's upbeat if you want to hit the club. It's one of them songs, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Go out there and, throw my blaze on. I'm probably not going out in no blazer. I can't do it. But yeah.
Man, you can get a blaze on, man. Get you a clean one. Stop playing with them. Clean up. I don't need fault.
You feel me? I be trying. You dig, I dig, but I love it because it's a different taste than what we traditionally get. With all the bang bang, shoot 'em up. If that's your style, that's your taste. Do your thing. But right now, I just like music like that where I can turn it on, and then cleaned up my whole crib behind some vibes like that.
That shit for sure. I appreciate you.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. So how many
And
was all
right.
in the
Oh
area?
wait, I'm sorry.
Like the video was like the different shots, like the graffiti room, or was it like three different locations?
So this was a like a photography studio or like a music video studio. Some we got on Peer Space. I don't know if you heard it. Y'all know what that is. Basically, you know, you can rent out locations for a certain amount of hours or whatever, kind of like Airbnb, but it's just like locations. So if you got a video you want to shoot, you can probably find a good space on Peer Space. Uh, but yeah, and it was like they were all literally next to each other. Like the little sand spot was right here, then the little metallic, little aluminum foil shit was right there, and the other one was over there. We literally just went in and did each one at a time, and went to another room, changed clothes for the next scene. I mean, we had like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to do all that shit, so we just got to it. And that's usually how most of my videos go. Like we can have everything ready, but something ain't whatever the fuck, and we gotta, all right, now we gotta scramble because you know daylight, either the daylight going down or we only got this place for this amount of time, or we were supposed to have this, now we ain't got this, so we gotta improvise by doing this, and that take a long time for to get the shot because we improvising. Shit always come out beautiful. So, you know, again, shout out my boy Miles. I mean, Sean Miles Davies, man. Y'all tap in. I mean, follow him on all platforms. He do all type of videos and shit. He don't just do shit for me. You feel me? But you know, that is my dog. But you know, he, I mean, if y'all got some shit, y'all in Atlanta, fuck with him. He do pictures, all that shit too.
Uh,
Definitely, definitely appreciate that, man. So what's next? What's your next upcoming project? Any tours in the future plans? Or we just like you said, you got something coming up in October. You know, you just letting us know early, but beforehand, you got anything else coming down the pipeline?
I let y'all know that early as hell, huh? But you know, earlier the better. Uh, yeah, we got like I said, I got that going on in October. Um, right now, I had just recently dropped Player Fables that dropped in May, I believe. No, it dropped in April. Forgive me. Yeah, I do a lot of shit. But yeah, I just dropped that. That's what Channing Tatum was on. So right now I'm just pushing that, working that right now. Again, I'm in Arizona, so if you see with any kind of local spots, I try to just pop up and do as much like shows as I can. I'm taking a little break, as you see. I'm rough as hell. I've been in album mode, so I am working on something else. I'm just trying to like I'll kind of make music. I kind of just like make it and just like make it. And then again, me and Miles, we kind of just I'll send him all the songs. We'll listen to all of them, whether it's 20 or 60, depending on depending on how deep in my bag I was for that period of time. And we kind of just usually what happens, there's like 10 to 15 that all got this like alignment of a topic or a thing that I was feeling. And then that's when we kind of, okay, cool, let's do this, name it this. And what I like to do with all my projects, I always have like a full visual, like for like the whole album, for each of the projects. Like for example, my For Life album, I have interviews from motherfuckers that's actually from the Four that actually like lived there, went to school in like at the Mays High School, at the middle schools that live there, that be at the grocery stores, and we just had interviews of their perspective, what they think about Zone 4, how you feel about it now, about whoop de whoop de whoop, you feel me? My I'm Sorry to Bother You, Can I Vent? I actually did a noir short film. Both of those are out on YouTube, so y'all can check those out as well. And so right now I'm working on like a digital, like a comic strip, you know, for this one, but it's like on some digital shit. So that's what we also working out. So man, I got a lot of stuff coming, man. That uh, again, I got the show out in October. Trying to work some things out. I'm planning on doing a tour coming up next year, like early next year, like a little tour from like kind of on the West Coast, most likely just to hit a few spots, get my name out there a little bit more. But definitely before the end of the year, another project will be dropped. I just don't got a name for you right now.
Huddy, what's coming up for you next, my guy?
Man, that much like I said right now, the main focus is this live performance we got coming up August 15th and 16th, the RMF Summit. That'll be right there at the Hilton in Atlanta. Uh, I'm excited about it because it'll be my first red carpet event officially as a musician and artist. So I'm just looking forward for the opportunity, man, and going to do what I go do, which is entertain. put on a great performance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, sir.
cause to me, like we can do all the internet stuff we want to, but like it do me no good to put all the work on the internet if I don't know how to carry myself on stage.
Mm-hmm. That's the
So,
Mm,
important shit.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying. You can be a hero on the internet, but if you don't know how to carry yourself in front of a large crowd, it gonna. So to me, that's I'm about the entertainment that give enjoying these people. Like if my job, my goal is on the 15th is if they wasn't expecting to come to get a show, they gonna walk out of that with a show. Like, so that's the only thing we got coming up right now. And then after that, get back into releasing more singles and things of that nature. Right now, just pushing out the. I'm not too worried about a project right now. Just pushing out the singles and then
okay.
going from there right now. Reestablish.
Big up.
I just got back to Georgia, reestablishing myself, going from traveling all over. So just in a reestablishing and letting the people know that like I'm here, basically, like I'm home and I'm here to put in work.
Big ups, big ups. You know what I'm saying? That's that's really incredible. I salute both you gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank you, Lasco, for taking time out of your busy schedule to come hang out. You know what I'm saying with DJ Steady. You know your favorite DJ's
For
favorite
sure.
DJ. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate Mr. Huddy World Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? He didn't hesitate to answer the call and come through. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the love that he was able to reciprocate back. Hopefully be able to come through on the artist lounge again, and we all hang out and talk music, talk culture, talk about whatever we want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do here on the Artist Lounge on Live with DJ Steady and Company. But ladies and gentlemen, it's that time for us to, like they used to say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. You know what I'm saying? This is the wrap up part of the show. We appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure y'all go and stream Huddy World's Me track as well as Lasko Bill's tracks. Available everywhere you get your music fixed in. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and click that follow button, that subscribe button, that like and share button, because all support is free. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do here. And we're gonna go cut to a quick commercial break, and we're gonna get on out of here.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
This episode of the podcast is proudly sponsored by Eventfully Yours, Sean. Your vision, your style, your event. Owner LaShawn, Sean Powell, brings your dreams to life with a wide variety of customizable event packages tailored to meet your every need. Whether it's an intimate gathering or a grand celebration, she's got you covered. For questions, quotes, or to start planning your next unforgettable event, email her at Sean@eventfullyyoursean.com. That's Eventfully Yours Sean, where your vision becomes your reality. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great show, man. I appreciate you once again, coming through. I look forward to your future projects and to let you know you always got DJ Steady support. So feel free to reach out anytime you want to connect on some more stuff. Or if you want to bring some people to hang out and we just kicking and shoot the breeze on whatever we want to do. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to drop that email at live DJ Steady Company Live at gmail.com. You feel me? That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all be